What's up, boys, girls, men, women, and man-children? I'm back with some more card battles, so for those of you who are tired of seeing it and want to watch classic battles instead, well, go watch Asian Sensation or something. Oh wait, too soon. But in all seriousness, it's what I enjoy most at the moment, so eventually once I get bored of it I'll go back to classic games, or if I never get bored of it then maybe I'll slip in a different video here or there. Whatever though, getting tired of card battles is not the point of this video, rather it's about the deck I use for short maps. So here, have a quick look at the whole thing. After that I'll go over each card one by one. Do know though that this deck is probably gonna change because I feel there are certain weaknesses that have to be covered still, but for now I'll just go over what deck is being played here, which I only use for Hydro Dam, indoor pools, or ink blot, never forget. So going from early to late game cards, we have the red Bloons from the 0-0 Dart Monkey, and Spike Factory as always. Though I'm not entirely sure if these cards are essential because the games on these maps aren't going to last that long anyway, so that means you don't need as much income. I'd personally ditch one of the two like the Dart Monkey to get something else for either defense or another rush card. Yes, I said it, I would ditch the 0-0 Dart Monkey card. Not because it sucks, it's actually the best card in the world. But that's exactly the reason I'm ditching it. It's too OP, so what's the fun in using it if I can win every time with it? It's a 0 skill card, and that's not the kind of game I want to play. Moving on, the 1-0 Engineer is a card that I didn't use in my mid-game deck but is a 100% necessity here. If you've seen Candy's pool strategy during a tournament then you'll understand what I mean. But if you haven't, let me explain real quick. Candy's strategy starts off with an engineer on pools, which is actually one of the best tower choices as a defense due to how the map is constructed, with 3 fairly spread apart tracks. And with that you can utilize the sentry gun so that it can target a large portion of each track, meaning it's a good tower bro, especially useful for those deadly round 3 space pinks. Speaking of which, I bring the same old cluster bomb and ricochet cards to make my opponent's life a living hell. If I'm lucky enough to get both cards early on then I can assure you they'll be near dead by the end of it, or at least force them to use a lot of their boosts. That is unless they got the tax sprayer or triple darts, which are both in my short map deck and good against those pesky pinks and blacks. Next up is another new card, yay, the 1-1 boat. I'd arguably say this card is even better than the TAC because it has just about the same popping power and a much bigger range than the TAC. Of course the only thing hindering it is H2O, but that's not a problem cause Hydro, Pools and Ink Blood is it. Unfortunately for me I had to start off with a tax sprayer on this Hydro game cause I got no other cards to use, which is a really terrible situation to be in because there's no good place to put it. That's when the boat can come in handy. Alright, and how can I forget the 1-1 wizard? It may not help versus those fast balloons but it's really good if your opponent is sending group 1s. Then we got a juggernaut, which is extremely good on Hydro because it can shoot straight down the path if you place it where I did. Truly a godsend I say, when boosted it can pretty much defend everything like that regrow rainbow rush that guy just sent, though I gotta give some kudos to the other support towers I placed down. Then I finish Loki off with combos because they're so OP to be honest. Most of the early game towers have legit 0 combo detection, so I guess you have to rely on more expensive ones like the Lightning Wizard and Juggernaut, and not a 1-1 ninja which literally does jack shit to any type of balloon. Funny I bring that up because Loki is stupid and tried to use a 1 ninja to defend these balloons, and look where that's getting him. That 1-1 boat really saved him from near death. Hope you didn't hear that if you're watching Bruno Loki, I meant to say you are very bright and intelligent people. So let's continue with my mid-game cards. Oh wait, I forgot the glaive thrower, which is really only used for that sweet +40 ego. Bonus points if your opponent is using the 1/1 ninja to defend those Bloons and cause they're gonna have a bad time if so. Now let's discuss the mid-game cards. I bring the Bloon Jitsu and Laser Cannon, and I don't really know why, because they both pretty much do the same thing. Pop lots of Bloons, and every type of them except leads. Only difference is the Bloon send, which comes down to do you want to send combo leads, or do you want lots of eco? Probably combo leads since eco isn't really needed past early game, but then again I think the laser cannon is a much better choice overall because of those straight paths, making it much stronger as a tower. I wanna know what you guys think though, so I think now's the time to break the 3-week drought of no poll. Bloon Jitsu or Laser Cannon card, which one? Vote away. Blade Maelstrom and Bloon Impact. Only for the potential rushes, enough said. I don't have any ceramic rushes though, so I might just take something like the Fire Wizard, which gives 6 regrow ceramics, and use that in place of one of the Bloon Jitsu or Laser Cannon cards I mentioned earlier. And lastly, the Moab Mauler and Spike Storm is just in case the game comes to a standstill, where I can choose to send some deadly Moabs, or on the opposite side, defend them with the OP Spike Storm ability. Boom, that's 2 out of 3 decks complete now, so stay tuned for my rundown of the 3rd deck in the future where I'll talk about all that epic late game stuffs. As per usual, smash that like button to boost my morale, and have a short day.